my name is Ainsley Marie and welcome to my library. Today we are going to be spending the weekend together. It is officially summer. For this vlog, you guys are going to be finishing my last spring read with me, and then we are jumping into our summer TBR. On today's agenda, I have such a fun day plan. I am so excited. I am about to head out to go get some coffee, a pedicure. We're looking at fabrics because I have a set of 4 chairs and this is the current fabric pattern and I don't like it. And then I am going to head to the beach and chill there for a couple hours. Potentially, hopefully finish my book today. I'm reading Thorn season right now. This book has been incredible so far, but I do have to get going if I want to get coffee and be on time for my pedicure. So, bye! I will say the water was so rough today. It was so rough. I would go out there and it would zip me the other direction. I'd be like, yo, hold on. I read about 100 pages, I would say. I don't remember telling you guys where I started, so I don't remember where I started. But I have a little under 60 pages left. So my goal for right now, I'm going to get in the shower because my hair is sandy and I'm going to cook a little bit of a snack. Finish my book. I hope to sit outside and finish my book. So far, I am loving it. The plot has really picked up and there was a plot twist about 15 pages ago. So whenever the clock struck 3 p.m. and it was time for us to go, I was really not okay because I needed to know more. But I will say the plot actually did shock me. I was not expecting how I am, as I view everybody as a good person. I'm very trusting, and then they do something and I'm like, oh yeah, this is why people don't like people. But I feel like in literature, my guard is always up with every character, specifically in fantasy books. I'm always like, I don't trust anybody till you have actually proven to me that I can trust you. So whenever it's an evil character turning out to be good, I'm always more shocked by that because I'm like, huh? So that is kind of what's happened. I don't know if the author intended me to receive it that way, but I'm taking it as, oh, this person is actually not as horrible as I thought. But again, I do have 50 pages left, so maybe they do suck. I don't know. The camera is making me look more burnt than I am. I'm not that burned. I'm tan. Hey guys, I finished Thorn season. Oh my goodness. I am giving this book a 4.25. Hey, dude. I ended up rating this book 4.25 stars, which is, I feel like, pretty high. It's so easy for me to rate a fantasy book pretty high, specifically because if you can keep my interest for that long and you don't really confuse me, boom, you've won. You've done the one thing that other people can't do. Reading a fantasy book is so easy. But I don't know why, I just have this image of like a fantasy reader in my mind and I'm not that girl. And so I think every single time I try to do it, my brain is like, no, you're not good enough. I have set the bar so astronomically low for fantasy books that anytime they are good, I'm like, whoa, what? And so it's like easier for me to rate them. But ultimately, I really loved how with every single page, it was like a gamble on who we could trust. So I definitely loved that. And I loved our main character, Alyssa. She was so fun to read and to follow. I think she was a little quick to give somebody a tongue lash, and some of her one-liners, yes, they were completely entertaining for me. Sometimes I felt like she was just a little out of line. However, I did like to read that because if you think about it, she's human. Like, I can't think of one character that I have 100% agreed with every single piece of dialogue. So I think in that regard, like, yeah, she's human. I will say something that I would like to see going forward is less side characters. There were so many characters in this book, and a lot of them I felt like I had to remember who they were, but they were just like there, and I was like, who are you? So there were just a lot of like so many side characters, and a lot of them we really only interacted with them once or twice, and so I was like, why are you here? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like, every person that we encounter does not need like an in-depth introduction. So that was a lot because obviously in a book, every single time somebody is given a name and we get a little bit about their backstory, I'm like, oh, this is a really important character I gotta latch on. But in this book, like, no, you don't. Another reason why I took a half star away was because the beginning was really slow, and the explanation of the magic system, I didn't understand it. It took me about like 80 pages before I was really interested in this book, and I could say that I understood what the heck a wielder was. Yesterday at work, the whole day, I was like, I can't wait till I get off so I can go read my book. And for this to be a debut story, that is pretty cool. I'm gonna go get ready for dinner that I have to leave for. Oh my gosh, I have to leave for this in 15 minutes. Guys, I just got home from work and look at my hair. Yeah, I work in kids ministry. Obviously! Give me a second to go fix myself. Okay, my hair is down and hopefully it looks a lot better than it did. I was just smacked in the face with a stroke of genius. So I started 2026 with a book by Ali Brady. So I'm thinking I should start my summer with a book by Ali Brady. I have 2 contenders, but I don't know which one to pick. I'm leaning towards Until Next Summer simply because I want to read this one. But the only reason why I'm like, better not, is because I'm not going to be spending that much time at the beach while I read it. Like today and tomorrow, I'm probably not going to be. Maybe I'll go to the beach tonight. The weather is so rude. So what I think is going to end up happening is I'm not going to be able to go outside because of the rain. So I want to read a book that like is beachy, but I can read inside and enjoy it. And I feel like this is such an outside book. This one is 2 former best friends doing an adult version of their summer camp, and they have to work together to restore it. And then this one are 2 best friends who also meet at summer camp, and they find out that they're actually half sisters. And then we go 15 years in the future and we discover that they don't get along and their dad dies, and so they both have to go back and renovate the house, but they're also both falling in love with their own summer romances. So I feel like both could be fun. This one has the summer camp vibe that I love. This one has the home renovation that I love. So I'm gonna like both of these. Which one do I want to read right now? I don't know. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a random name generator. Okay. I did want this one to win. I want to read this one right now. Beach Trap it is. The Beach Trap it is. I have to leave for dinner with my dad in 25 minutes. And I was going to wear this shirt, but I did get something on it per usual. So I'm going to go change into the same outfit that I wore last night to dinner, but I look so cute in it, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm going to go rewear an outfit. I'm an outfit repeater. Sue me. Good morning. It is Monday, Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day. Thank you to everybody who is sacrificing their life or who has sacrificed their life for my freedom, which I know thank you does very little, but I really do appreciate it. I completely forgot that I am working a half day today. I have a girls' weekend this weekend, and I want to leave a little earlier on Thursday. So instead of taking 4 hours of PTO, I was like, let me just work 4 hours on Monday and then do a half day on Thursday and then leave from work, which makes it a lot easier because I'm coming into town and immediately heading to work on Sunday. It's a little bit before 8 a.m. I think it's like 7:55 or something. So I'm going to work from 8 to noon, grab lunch, and then I would love to go to my coffee shop and read for a little bit, or go to the pool and read for a little bit. I do know I'm going to the beach tonight with some friends, so that's going to be really exciting. We're going to have a Bible study on the beach, which is so cool. I got to figure out if this weather is going to vibe with us or not. Either way, I'm going to go work, and then I will show you guys what I'm doing after. So, bye. Update, guys, I just checked the weather, and the weather is only supposed to be overcast and rainy until 11:30 a.m. When do I get off work? 12! This is so incredible. These are just the little moments that remind me that God is just so good. So if you have not praised God yet today, look at the weather. Praise him for the weather, because we're in a drought. So thank you, God, for the rain. And thank you, God, for letting the rain not conflict with my plants. Sorry for the lighting. You're in my microwave. I have mac and cheese on the stove getting cooked. I'm so excited. That is going to be my lunch dinner combo because it is currently 4 p.m. I have not checked in with y'all since like 7 in the morning. So hello. I hope y'all have had a fantastic day. My day's been pretty good. Can't complain. So I worked from 8 to 12 and I got so much of my admin work done. And I had a productive morning for my hobby, which is reading and editing and filming and all that good stuff. So all of my plans for the day kind of went out the window, and we can thank traffic for that. So basically, I drove to my coffee shop that is a mile away, and I noticed that the cars in the lane opposite for me were in bumper to bumper traffic. So I'm like, okay, weird. So I go to my coffee shop and I'm asking around. I'm like, guys, does anybody know what's going on? Like, what the heck's happening? A gas leak, a huge giant gas leak has happened. They cut off the highway. They cut off our access to the interstate. And I'm just like, what's going on? It was going to take me 21 minutes to get from my coffee shop to my house. That is a mile, 1.3 miles away. 1.3. I hung out there for like 2 hours and I read a good bit of the book, and then the clock struck 2 p.m. and somebody came in and was like, the roads are open again, we can finally go. I was like, oh my gosh. So I waited another like 15-20 minutes just so that all the traffic could like stop, and then it did take me 3 minutes to get home. I started this morning on page 60 of The Beach Trap and I am literally on page 267. This book is so good. I want to finish it today. Well, that's the acknowledgements. I don't have that much left. I only have 356 pages, so I have a little under 100 pages left. No, I'm gonna cry. There's so much going on. This cannot be wrapped up in 100 pages. Stop. Kat's character is written very much surface level, and I really like that because that's who she is. Not trying to be mean, but like what we do know about her, like her whole life, everything is about how you appear to other people. So the fact that the character knowledge that we have of her is very like not as deep as Blake's, it almost adds more to her character. I feel like that's such a really good like writing take. Like, this is really good literature for the second that our character is like, yeah, I want to be more vulnerable. Now she's being more vulnerable with us as the reader. But like, she's kind of always been vulnerable with us. We've gotten to know a whole lot about her, and her life story is devastating to me, but I love reading it, and I love her love interest. I love him so much. I want him to be mine. There was a page, I'll put a photo of it. I was dying laughing at the fact that she had sent him like a hypothetical question and he took it so seriously. He is literally setting the standard for men, for the men in my life, because I have hypothetical questions all the time and I need it to be taken as seriously as he took this one. So I really appreciate him, and I'm really liking how Kat and Blake are like taking 2 steps forward in their relationship, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I feel like that is very realistic whenever you are trying to create a relationship after years of broken trust and betrayal. So they are doing a really good job of having a realistic portrayal of what that looks like to build a relationship. So I am enjoying that. I feel like if they had just like instantly clicked, I'd be like, that's not real life. So the fact that they are like, again, doing relatively well, and then one little thing happens and they're right back to where they started, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 4:10, I'm waiting on my mac and cheese to be done cooking, and then I'm gonna head to the beach for my Bible study, hang out with them for a little bit, and then come home and finish my book. Maybe I'll finish it before I even go. 100 pages in 40 minutes? Probably not. morning. I finished The Beach Trap and I'm giving it 5 stars. This book was incredible. This book literally felt like I was going on vacation, yet it also felt like my home. Weird sense of that, but I think if you read the book and you know, I feel like that is very much how it feels for Kat and Blake as well. So the book started out as like, ooh, vacation, and then as I finished it, I was like, these are my people, this is my home. I was very, very thankful for the epilogue because it answered all of my questions and it was so perfect. One of my favorite tropes to read is the found family trope, and we get this in this book so heavy. We literally watch 2 people who are very lonely internally find their people, which is such a beautiful thing to witness in real life, but it's such a hard thing to write about in literature. And so to be able to read that process happen and watch it unfold, it made my heart so happy. The plot was perfect. As I mentioned, the girls kind of went back and forth, and like at times I was like, this is a lot. But at the same time, you have to recognize how huge their feelings were towards each other. So the big extreme fights make sense. I also have a best friend. My best friend has a sister. So I've seen some pretty intense fights. I think that's just sisters. So I have a brother. So I just know, you know, a little smack here or there. I don't really know these like verbal chewing each other out, but that's what these sisters do really, really well. So it was kind of fun to read it as somebody who doesn't have sisters. But so the plot was so fun. We're following a renovation project, and that was really, really cool to watch both of them come in and have 2 different abilities towards it and be able to see it all come together as one. That was really cool. I was able to visualize the beach house so awesome. I do want to say that I've read dual point of view books where people are falling in love with other people and it gets to be overwhelming. But this book, I was not overwhelmed. Everything was pretty equal, I'd say. We got a lot of the first relationship towards the beginning, and then our focus on them kind of went back, and then we got a lot of focus on the next couple, and then it kind of went back, and then we had this nice balance of we got updates and check-ins on each couple. So I really liked the pacing of that because I feel like if we got all these couples at once, that would have been so overwhelming to me. So I loved it. If you guys are looking for a book to add to your summer TBR, this one right here. This one right here! I'm thrilled. They gave me a 4.75 star at the beginning of the year and a 5-star this year. They're feeding me. Well, that is it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed coming with me on Memorial Day weekend. I feel like we did so much, but we also didn't do that much. I had so much fun finishing my last spring read, finishing my first summer read. It was a fantastic reading weekend. I'm now gonna go figure out what book I want to start reading today because I do have an hour until work, so I want to get into a new book. But I will catch up with you guys later. I'll see you next week. Bye.